Hi, I'm Kendra, your IRSC librarian, here to share my favorite books of 2023. Some of you may have more time to read in the next few weeks, so here are a few ideas if you're looking for a good book. If you need help getting your hands on a copy, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm happy to assist. Okay, so my top 3 fiction books of this year. The first one is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. I read this way back in January and I still remember the way it made me feel. This book is like the best kind of drama that spans a lifetime. It follows the complicated relationship of 2 friends who navigate the world of genius, success, and loss over the span of several decades. It's fiction at its finest if your measure is by how well the story captivates you and that you're sad when it ends. I'm not a gamer and was initially put off by the book's description, but you don't have to know anything about video games to thoroughly get engrossed in this story. It's about people and navigating differences in relationships. Okay, number 2 fiction read was Tom Lake by Ann Patchett. There's a reason this book has received so much praise. It's a tale about life and love and the decisions women make over the course of a lifetime. My grandma would have loved this book for the references to movie stars and romantic leading men and the reminiscing the story does over times in the not so distant past. If you're an audiobook listener, Meryl Streep is the narrator for this title and she is amazing. Okay, my third title, fiction title for 2023 is Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone by Benjamin Stevenson. This is a quirky and fun mystery. The narrator is hilarious and I'm surprised by some of the deaths. It's a great winter read since it's set at a snowy Australian ski resort. It's just something that's fun and different. Okay, so my top 3 nonfiction titles of 2023. The first one is All It Takes Is a Goal by Jon Acuff. Such a great read for those wanting to kick off the new year with some new habits. I've read all of Acuff's books, and this one was probably one of my favorites. What I liked best about it was its simplicity. He breaks down the process of goal setting in an easy-to-understand way and addresses the motivation piece behind hitting goals, which I really appreciate. He has a great podcast by the same name if you're interested. Okay, number 2 book was True Yoga, Practicing with the Yoga Sutras for Happiness and Spiritual Fulfillment by Jenny Lee. Yoga is so much more and so much better than just trying to get your body to conform to certain asanas or postures. What I love about this particular book is that it shares the philosophy behind yoga and explains the opportunities to use yoga as a tool for understanding yourself better in plain language. If yoga is something that you're intrigued by, this is a great book to get you started with. The intention and the emphasis is more holistic than many of the other introductory books that I've seen on the market, and it's written with a modern voice, which makes it a little bit easier to understand. Okay, my third book for 2023 for nonfiction is The Blue Zones of Happiness, A Blueprint for a Better Life by Dan Buettner. This is an oldie but a goodie. It was published several years ago, but there's a new Netflix documentary series out now called Live to 100, and it's so good. The researchers behind the Blue Zones have studied the habits and traits of people around the world who've lived the longest. There are several books on this topic that are published, but I realized that I hadn't read the happiness book before. It's a short book that talks about the role of happiness in a long life well lived. It's a great message with lots of ideas on healthy ways to prioritize happiness in our lives. So there you have it. Those are my favorite books that I read in 2023.